Morning, everybody.
Morning, guys, and welcome to my home state of Kentucky. We're passing through here visiting a few friends and families. We make our way back out west to our home in New Mexico.
And already it's nice and warm here, sunshine. We're both in t-shirts. This is awesome. But what we're going to do for you today is compile a list of what we think Italians do better than Americans.
Exactly.
We've spent 3 months there, so.
And we didn't just sit around, drink wine, and eat pasta, although that was a huge part of what we did. We also talked with our Airbnb host, Uber drivers, bartenders, waitstaff to find out what they thought was some of the best stuff about living in Italy. And from those conversations and our own personal experiences, we've compiled this list just for you.
Let's go. We are Crystal and Terry, and in the spring of 2021, we decided to spend 1 year of our lives as full-time travelers. Since then, we've had some really great adventures, and yet there's still more to come. So subscribe to our channel and come along as we leave the life we've always known to live the life of our dreams.
The high-speed train services in Italy are incredible. They are far more affordable than flying and far more convenient than driving. In addition to their high-speed rail services, Italy offers a variety of regional rail services which are wonderful for linking up to day trips like we took to Pisa or Cinque Terre. And yes, I do know that in the States we have Amtrak, and there are some good commuter rail services in various parts of the country. But it just simply does not compare to the extensive rail services provided in Italy. And of course, we have nothing to compare to their high-speed rail services, which is why it's on this list. Good job, Italy.
So when you go to a restaurant in the United States, and you order a $12 meal. As Americans, we already know that meal is not actually going to be $12. It's going to be $12 plus tax. And to make it even more complicated, some states don't have sales tax, and some states have sales tax up to 9%. So anyway, I've said all that to tell you this. In Italy, they roll the tax into the cost of goods. So if you go to a restaurant and order a $12 meal or a €12 meal, which would be over there, you can bet that's all you're going to pay for that meal. It's a lot less confusing and a lot less stressful when you go to the register and pay your bill in Italy, and it's a nice whole round number with all the tax included. Cheers, Italy. You got that right.
This next item may seem too obvious, but I had to put pasta on the list. It's not just that it's delicious. It's that every restaurant seems to take such pride in their homemade pasta. Everywhere we experienced it, it seemed you were getting someone's secret family recipe. And not only is it prepared so deliciously, but it's also a way of bringing people together. Crystal and I enjoyed an Airbnb experience where 3 ladies hosted a cooking class in their own home. And within a few hours, 10 strangers who had never met before felt like lifelong friends as we shared the experience to make pasta noodles and raviolis, and then of course sit down and enjoy the meal together. Pasta is just so delicious when it's in the right hands of the people who know how to make it with love and care, and that's what Italians do. Pasta's more than just food, it's an experience, which I hope everyone gets a chance to enjoy.
Wine, wine, wine. Oh, how I love wine. Although I'm not an expert, I have personally tasted and enjoyed countless varieties of wine, hailing from regions all over the world. And yet, I now stand with the Italians in saying that Italian wine is the best in the world. While most countries have only 1 or 2 designated wine regions, wine is produced in all 20 regions of Italy. It is truly a mecca for wine producers, as the country boasts an estimated 2,000 native grape varieties. And you can't leave out the fact that wine production in Italy is thousands of years old, making new generations of wine producers masters of their craft. With many vineyards being passed down through the generations, the care and pride that goes into producing just one bottle can be tasted in every sip.
Our final point of what we think Italians do better than Americans is the overall enjoyment of the eating experience. It wasn't uncommon for us to spend several hours in any given restaurant because we were encouraged to relax and enjoy and eat. And if you're not prepared for it, you need to be prepared, because no one's going to be in a hurry to wait on you. They take their time because they want you to relax and take your time.
I totally agree. And I think that's where sometimes Americans think that they're not getting good service. Well, that's because they don't babysit you in Italy. If you need something, you ask for it. And they're absolutely more than happy to accommodate you and serve you and make sure that you're having a great food experience there. So don't be put off if you think, oh, nobody's coming to my table.
Right.
They'll go if you ask.
Yeah. I would say over 90% of the time, any restaurant we were at, I kind of felt like I was in somebody's home. I was made to feel very welcome.
Absolutely. And another interesting thing that we noticed is they're very trusting, because many times we would go and maybe order a sandwich at the deli, like the bar area, and they would just say, go sit down. And we'd go outside, pick a table, eat our lunch, and then you go back to the counter, tell them what you had, because nobody wrote it down.
Nobody wrote it down.
And then you just pay for what you had after you're done eating it. So
Yeah, that's right.
That was very different, and something we had to get used to. Anyway, Italians definitely have the food experience right on. Well, friends, that wraps up our top 5 things that Italians do better than Americans. If you agree or if you disagree, leave it in the comments below. We're curious to hear your thoughts.
Yeah, and in case you didn't already guess it, we're working on our next video, which will be what we think Americans do better than Italians. And I'm going to warn you, I've got a few things on that list, and you're not going to believe it.
See you on the next one.